Howdy folks, and welcome back to Casual Saturday in Ghost Recon Wildlands with the mighty Jingles, and we're going to start off this week's episode with a bit of a joke.
Alright, so there's these two soldiers.
Here we go.
Not again.
So there's these two soldiers. The first soldier asked the second, if you knew a nuclear bomb was about to go off in 5 minutes, what would you do with the rest of your life?
Disarm the bomb.
No, man, look, they can't disarm the bomb.
Why not?
Because it's a joke. So the first guy asked the second guy, what would you do with the last 5 minutes of your life? The second guy thinks a minute. He says, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die happy. So I'd fuck the first thing that moved. After another minute, the second soldier turns to the first and asks, how about you? What would you do with the last 5 minutes of your life? The first guy looks at the other soldier and says, me? I'd stand very, very still for 5 minutes. Come on, that's funny.
Well, I liked it. Right, anyway. We have another lead on Yuri and El Polito. Apparently El Polito has a sports car. We might be able to hack the sports car's GPS and find out where he's been. So we need to reach El Polito's garage. But while we're on the way, there's always time for another joke.
So this soldier's about to get discharged when he goes to see his commanding officer one last time.
You've told this one before.
No, I haven't. I don't think I have. Anyway, so the sergeant is like, I guess that after you get out of here, you're just gonna sit around and wait for me to die so you can piss on my grave.
You've definitely told this one.
So the soldier replies, no, sir. After I leave the army, I'm never going to stand in line again. Really? Nothing?
Oh, come on, give the guy some credit. These aren't bad. Okay, the facility's just up ahead. El Polito's car is being serviced in this area. And there's a minigun position with a bad guy up there. I'm not going to see an awful lot more from down here, not with the binoculars or the sniper scope. So I either need to get into a better position for observing or get the drone up. Some of these facilities have jammers, so you can't actually use the drone without either shutting down the power or taking out the jamming device. This place is just a garage, so it's unlikely to have a drone jammer. Let's get the drone active and see what kind of trouble we're likely to run into here. And there's no drone jammer active. I wouldn't expect there to be in this place. So, where are the bad guys? Where are the Germans? Sorry, Germany. Okay, so there's the minigun position.
Spotting another tango.
Covering the entrance. There's another lookout down there.
And baby
I'm not seeing any alarm towers. So that's good news. We did kick things off here. They're not going to be calling in any reinforcements.
Heads up, we got a turret.
Another minigun position on top of that building. And another bad guy over there by the rear entrance. Oh, and a holding cell for some captured rebels. You can free them, of course, and just pick up the nearest weapon and run around shooting up Santa Blanca. So they can give you an extra little bit of firepower, but you don't really want to be doing that if you're trying to get things done stealthily. My battery just ran out with the drone, so I'm going to have to move in and continue the reconnaissance on foot. But first, I'm going to have to take that guy out, or he's liable to spot me as I move in. Can I get this guy as well? The trick here, of course, is you've got to... Because in this game you can't move up and hide the bodies. So if you're going to start shooting people, because you can't hide the bodies afterwards, you have to make sure that you shoot them and drop them only in positions where they're not likely to be discovered by a patrol. So snipers sitting at the top of observation towers are a prime candidate because they're usually up there alone and nobody patrols up to the top of the observation towers. And also, they're the ones in the best positions to spot you in the first place, so it always makes sense to try to take out the snipers first. Second priority, anybody in a guard position, like the minigun posts covering the entrances and exits. And third, anybody that you can safely kill who's in a position to possibly spot you as you make your approach. So having done that, although there weren't any snipers in this particular location, but the guys in the observation posts have been dropped.
I
got a narco over here.
Now, I still haven't
Over there.
ID'd the location of all
crate
the
of pump
potential
here.
targets in this place. But the drone has a pretty short cooldown, and since I know there's no jamming facility here, and that was a civvy, so I mustn't shoot him, I can just move up a little closer.
Sound off if you spot Polito.
Because at the moment my drone, well, you've already seen it doesn't have a very long battery life. Eventually you can upgrade it so the battery never runs out. And it doesn't have a fantastic signal range. I can get him from here. So I can't actually send the drone out very far at the moment, but later on I will be able to. None of the bodies have been detected so far. And from in here I should be able to get a much better view of the location. Oh, civvy. Yep, man with a gun. Nothing to see here. Move along, folks. I can get him. Again, lone people standing on top of buildings. Perfect candidates for sniper shots. And no sign of any alert. And there's another source of major intel not too far away. But we're one thing at a time. Let's sort this mission out. I think there's also a bonus medal in this location from some intel that I discovered earlier. So must make sure I remember to pick that up before we leave. That guy seems to be alone. I'll take him out.
Target down.
Generally speaking, if somebody's walking the perimeter, they may... Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to get him. There may be somebody else walking the perimeter in the other direction, but you can usually drop them quite safely. And even if somebody else is also walking the perimeter, I'm going to get the drone out again from here and see what we can see. But even if somebody else is walking the perimeter in the other direction, it's going to take some time for him to actually do a complete circuit and find the body. So it's reasonably safe to drop perimeter patrols. Even if the worst comes to the worst and the body is discovered, it's going to take time for the body to be discovered. And there's still somebody... There he is.
I got another. That's 5.
And another.
Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians.
Guy up there in the gun
Target
tower.
marked. Keep an eye on your background.
Ah. Oh, great. I'm at the limit of my signal range at the moment. So I can't send the drone any further. And the battery's about to run out. Still, while I haven't yet tagged and ID'd all of the Santa Blanca guys in this location, I've got most of them. We can drop that fella now.
He's history.
And got away with it. Alright. Let's whittle them down with a sniper rifle for as long as I can get away with it. There's the guy in the minigun position. Ah shit, missed. And missed again. And I'm hunted, but I'm not yet ID'd, and I'm not yet engaged. And we put him down.
Alright, breathe easy. Check your targets. We got civilians in the area.
But I am suspected at this point, so they are looking around. They're getting a bit suspicious. But they haven't yet confirmed that they're under attack. But they are actually actively looking for bodies now. Civvy in the way, I couldn't get that guy. And they haven't found anything, so they've gone back to their regular patrol patterns. Which is nice. Don't have any more targets from up here. So, let's move on. There's still a couple of undetected bad guys around here, as you can see by the sort of red glowing area. Yep, that's right, man with a gun. Nothing to see, move along. And the yellow marker indicates where the mission objective is. In this case, El Polito's sports car. Get in.
Hostile down.
And there are some resources over here. So I'll grab those. You don't actually grab the resources, just leave a radio marker so that the rebels can come and pick them up later. Just replenish my ammunition. Ooh, ooh, bad guy, right there.
Hey, we got a narco.
Ooh, it was close, nearly got spotted. Of course, this rebel's going to pick up the nearest gun and run around immediately, starting to shoot up Santa Blanca sicarios. So I'm now on a bit of a short timer,
Tango down.
and I just need to kill as many of them as possible before the inevitable alert goes up.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up these supplies later.
Once that does, of course, there's absolutely no point in using suppressed weapons. And there it is.
We rattled
He's
somebody's
found a
cage.
gun, and he's getting stuck in. So I'm switching to the assault rifle, which is not silenced, and they are now fully aware that they are under attack. So, time to go loud. On the plus side, I am still managing to drop these guys before they can positively ID me and actually coordinate their attack. So I'm in the hunted state right now, and not under the engaged state, which would tell me that they know exactly where I am, and they're shooting at me. So, hello? Still just hunted. And now we're engaged. That guy managed to actually say, yep, over there. So anybody surviving is now zeroing in on this position, all guns blazing. But I've managed to kill so many of them at this point, before the balloon went up,
Engaging tangos.
they're really not much of a threat. One over there. In cover. Gotcha.
Hostile killed.
Still one undetected. Over there somewhere. Where the hell is he? Okay, somebody's either thrown grenades or they've hit a gasoline tank. And I can hear a minigun going off. Now, there are only two minigun positions. One's by the entrance gate. There's nobody left alive over there. Oh, there's the mission objective. El Polito's car. Very nice, I'm sure you'll agree.
There it is. Eyes on Polito's car.
And the other minigun position was... I think it was on top of this building. But I sniped the minigunner, although there was actually another guy patrolling the building roof. And that is coming from... That does sound like it's coming from above me. There's the minigun position up there. So... I think I know where the last bad guy is now. There it is. No? Oh crap, he's behind me.
Target down.
I think that's everyone.
Clear. How you guys holding up?
Yep, that's everyone. There's the bonus medal. So let's see what this gives me.
This medal has a coca plant on it. That's kind of cool.
Oh, Born Leader. That's going to give a bonus to the Born Leader skill, and the Born Leader improves the effectiveness of your squad. Makes them more effective killers. They basically do more damage. So, that's nice. Right, I'm just going to run around, policing up all the various different resources that I didn't manage to grab, like this, for example. And then we're going to go and borrow El Polito's car.
This car is swanky. And there's a bloody condom in the glove box. Make that 2 bloody condoms.
Oh,
I guess that confirms it's Yuri and Polito's ride.
too much
Even if the
information.
condoms come standard, it's a sweet fucking car.
I never could understand a narco thing. You get an expensive whip, put chrome rims on it, then you just drive it around the same dusty towns you were driving around before.
Good
You
point,
totally
actually.
want one of these cars, don't you?
Fancy car, fancy suit, still the same street, so what's the point?
Air conditioning.
That's a good point, though. Why would you buy a Lamborghini, for example, and then drive it around dirt roads? I guess it's all about the bling. Something I've never really been able to understand. Maybe I'm just too old. And we don't have far to go. So we'll just drive this back to the nearest rebel safe house. Something just blew up very, very nicely up ahead. I don't know what the hell that was. The rebels are getting a lot more confident now, of course, because I'm destabilizing Santa Blanca security operations. And it's an interesting point, by the way, that initially when you're playing the game and you're at these rebel safe houses, they're all very, very happy to shout, you know, Viva la Revolucion, or whatever the Spanish equivalent is. But later on, as you become more successful, you'll note that they all start arguing with each other. It's quite a sad comment on human nature, actually, because when you first arrive here and the rebels have got their backs up against the wall and they're staring defeat in the face, it's all solidarity, brothers, and we're all in this together. But as soon as you start being successful, they immediately start fighting with each other about who's going to take charge. Anyway, we're here. Another mission complete. We got the car.
Alright, now it's up to Bowman and the activity. They'll check the car's GPS for locations where Yuri and Polito may be hiding out.
So that's 4 of 6 missions complete in Atakwa province. So I really just need one more source of major intel to give me one more lead, and that gives me Yuri and Polito's location, and then the final mission will be to take them out. So I've got a choice of 3 sources, actually 4 sources of major intel here. Any one will do. And there's no point in making things any harder than they have to be, so I'm going to go for this one, because it's only a couple of 100 meters away. While we're on the way, the squad get chatting about Karen Bowman, our CIA contact.
She came here looking for Edward Snowden.
Someone should have told her Snowden took a different flight.
I heard she was involved in Plan Dignidad back in the 90s. Plan Dignity? Operation to completely eradicate illegal coca in Bolivia. That's DEA shit, no?
Not all of it. Getting the right guy elected, militarizing the population, changing people's minds without them having any idea you're doing it. Usual CIA mind tricks, back then anyway.
A plan to completely eradicate coca? Good luck with that. Actually, they almost succeeded. If they had, we wouldn't be here.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe if you try to completely eliminate something, it only makes people fight harder to get it back.
Anyway, clear out another Santa Blanca outpost, and I find my next source of major intel.
This document mentions an Unidad captain who sends prisoners to Yuri and Polito for interrogations. He's got to know where our lovebirds are, but he's sitting in an Unidad firebase.
Okay, that's a good lead, but it's going to complicate matters because Unidad aren't Santa Blanca. They're the Army's military police force who were sent here to stamp Santa Blanca out, only that proved to be a little bit harder than anticipated, so now they're working with them to maintain the peace. Or at least that was the theory. Unfortunately, some of them are just as corrupt as Santa Blanca.
We've learned that an Unidad captain named Fuentes has been working with Yuri and Polito. Interrogate Fuentes and see what intel he can give us.
And that is going to be substantially easier said than done, because here's the thing. Unidad don't work the same way that Santa Blanca does. If you're assaulting a Santa Blanca outpost, the worst thing that's going to happen is the alarm gets raised and a couple of carloads of sicarios get called in as reinforcements.
I'll pilot.
That doesn't work with Unidad.
Alright, I'm in.
Unidad are a lot more like the police in a Grand Theft Auto game. If you attack Unidad troops and you don't manage to kill them without being ID'd, and you do get ID'd and the alert goes up, then they will keep sending troops after you, and the alert level will keep increasing, and the number and quality of troops that they send after you will just keep getting higher and higher and higher until one of two things happens. Either you manage to successfully evade pursuit and disengage from them, in which case the alert level drops back down to nothing, or they kill you. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to do it quietly. Welcome to Forward Operating Base Amadio.
Top of the tower.
This is the Unidad facility run by Captain Fuentes.
Tango down.
And Captain Fuentes is a scumbag who likes to hand over any rebels that he's captured to Yuri and Polito for interrogation, which means that he has direct contact with Yuri and Polito, and if I can take him alive, I can exploit that to arrange a meeting with Yuri and Polito. Just get Fuentes to call them and say he has somebody that he wants them to interrogate, and Bob's your mother's brother. In order to do that, of course, I'm going to have to infiltrate the base without being detected and have a little chat with Captain Fuentes. Finally took out the floodlight. Right. Kept the snipers in the 2 towers closest to me, so I'm now clear to make an approach unobserved.
Okay, this is the Unidad firebase. We're looking for the captain who's in contact with Yuri and Polito. We need the target alive.
Roger that. Ooh,
So, I've managed to silence all the alarms, I've managed to shoot out most of the floodlights, I've killed the snipers and the guys in the observation posts and bunkers, but I've taken so long doing it that the sun's come up, so taking out all the floodlights was mostly a complete waste of time. Now, I am hunted, but because I'm using silenced weapons, they don't know exactly where they're being attacked from. So the few surviving guards are kind of running around aimlessly trying to locate the source of the intrusion. And because I haven't yet been actually spotted, and because the guys that have spotted me I've killed before they raised the alarm and killed them quietly, the alert level has not gone up. So there are no Unidad reinforcements coming in. Right now I need to locate the captain using the drone. And that looks like the command building.
Here we go.
There he is.
eyes on the Unidad captain.
Right. You don't have to actually kill everybody inside this base. In fact, trying to kill everybody inside this base is very, very risky, because if you do get spotted and ID'd, the only option at that point is to try to exfiltrate and get the hell out and break contact. Otherwise you end up with helicopter gunships coming after you. And they'll keep coming after you until either you manage to disengage and break contact, or they kill you. So I've been playing it very, very dangerously up until this point. But I've finally got my target ID'd, so it's time to get in there, take him alive, and sit him down for a nice cosy little chat.
Quédate quieto.
What the hell is this?
How's it going, fuckstick?
Pendejos. You are dead.
Mierda. You may as well kill me now. I'm not talking, carajo.
Well, that's your choice. But with a pair of sick fucks like Yuri and Polito, one day that might be you hanging from their ceiling. You can't trust them. It would be a relief if I took them out of your life.
Look, I'm not a snitch, but let's just say, yeah, they freak me out. The thing is, they're not even in Itaqua.
So call them back to Itaqua. Tell them you've got a package ready.
Oye, Polito. I got a lamb ready for delivery. Un borrego. Vale.
Nomad, we finally got a 20 on Yuri and Polito. The activity cross-referenced the car's GPS with that description you got from the prisoner. They're at a hunting lodge. Rumor has it they use that spot for their enhanced interrogations.
Send us the location and we'll take care of it.
Put them in the ground for me. Make sure they feel the pain.
Did he really just call that guy a fuckstick? Oh, I love this game. Right, okay. Turns out I did actually kill everybody in the base, which is why he was cowering on his knees in the top floor of the command building. He was the last one left alive. Oh, well, what the hell, if it works. So, we've got the location on El Yuri and La Yuri and El Polito. Get it right, Jingles. All that remains is to go and kill them. And before too long, I'm at the location of their hunting lodge. There it is. Right,
Deploying drone.
let's do a recon. There's a car down there, and I think I saw a helicopter parked. Well, somebody's home, as there's a fire on. Smoke coming out of the chimney there. But I'm not seeing anything. Alright, let's go and kick the door in and make ourselves at home. And I'm not anticipating having to be too sneaky here, so I've got the Type 95 light machine gun equipped. Pick the lock.
Move in. Watch those doorways and corners.
It's all a bit quiet. Is this their bedroom? Oh, bless. There's a teddy bear. It's their love chamber. Alright. Still no sign of any inhabitants. Oh, hello. They're downstairs in the basement. Well, of course they are. Alright.
This must be where Sandoval cashed in. Bowman said they kept him alive for 47 hours.
Tough son of a bitch held out for a long time.
I feel like he was waiting for us to come get him, and we're real fucking late. Time to make it right.
Oh, I can hear them.
Mamacita, I was nobody. Nothing.
Mamacita.
I could not have even imagined a life so deep, a love so
Oh man, that's just nasty. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. Now, unlike other certain Tom Clancy titles, you don't have to empty several magazines of light machine gun ammunition into somebody's head in order to kill them here in Ghost Recon Wildlands. This is not The Division.
You're such a jealous man. And each finger I
Oh, listen to these two.
was punishment for a sin those hands had committed against you.
Right, let's put an end to this.
That's a kill.
Rattled somebody's cage.
La Yuri is down, and that seems to have severely pissed off El Polito for some strange reason. Managed to get to her before she could reach that minigun. Could have been nasty. Oh, more bad guys. Wow, didn't put him down. Still got plenty of ammo, no need to change mags. And El Polito is just around the corner, but it sounds like he has some friends with him. Yep, there's one. He's down. There's El Polito, and there's the rest of his bad guys.
You know how in the movies people always act like revenge isn't satisfying? Like it doesn't make them feel any better?
Sure.
Well, I feel fucking great. Taking out that lovey-dovey horror show also earned us some points with the locals. Make contact when you find something new. Bowman out.
I like Bowman. She's my kind of CIA spook. So, that's our first Bouchon down. We can't head straight for La Plaga, the security underboss, until we take out at least one other security boss. But we do have some intel on La Plaga now.
Ignacio Perez Cervantes, also known as La Plaga, the Plague. Head of security for Santa Blanca, and the little brother of El Muro. El Muro had him trained well. Paid off guys in Russia's Bodark Special Forces group to teach him combat tactics. Sent him to learn killing techniques from death squads in El Salvador and Honduras. Apparently, he was a good student. His favorite subject? Cutting off a person's face, then showing it to them. Back in the day, it used to be that the criminals hid, and the good guys tried to find them. But La Plaga, he does everything he possibly can to be seen. The guy is a social media machine. He pays narco corrido bands to write songs about him. He has his own personal camera crew. This fuck even has his own YouTube channel. La Plaga is a walking recruitment message. Young people see what he has and want it. The guys want to join him. The girls want to get wifed up. It'd almost be funny to see a guy who spends 3 hours a day sending dick pics. Except half of what he posts aren't messages to his followers, but messages to his enemies. There's only one way to stop the plague from spreading. You cut it off from society, then watch it die out.
He has a very nice hat. I want that hat. I can't get it straight away, of course. I have to take out one further security underboss at least, and this time around, at least I want to take them all out and completely destabilize their security operations. In order to do that, I've picked up some nice little loot along the way. A matching his and hers set of AK-47s, courtesy of Yuri and El Polito. Check these out. That's his, and this one is hers. So, yeah, that's nice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a great weekend, and join me next week when I'll be going after further Santa Blanca security bosses in next week's Casual Saturday video. Until then, take care, and I'll catch you next time.